Hello again, Internet. Welcome to another episode of Renegades React. Today we are going to be looking at more of the Rooster Teeth animated adventures. We're going to be looking at 5 more of them. We're going to be looking at episodes 6 through 10. So starting out, we have Omnibus 1. Omnibus, you know what an omnibus is, right? It's just a compilation of different stories. So this, instead of this being all just one story, this is like 3 or 4 different stories all at once.
Oh, I see.
And Rooster, Bo's never seen any of these. These are animated adventures. They take like stories from the podcast and they animate them into into like these into these cool little animated videos. We've told people like if they want to do this, they can do this for us. Like we tell funny stories all the time, and if people want to animate that out of us, by all means, guys.
And have mercy on your soul.
No, come on. What's wrong with that? Okay. All right, so here we go.
We are unsympathetic. If we're sitting next to somebody on a plane, and they're like, I'm a very nervous flyer, we go, well, don't worry, we fly all the time. And then as soon as we're going to take off, I'll turn to Jeff and I'll say casually, yeah, we're not going fast enough to take off. Or, if there's a noise on the plane, I go, whoa.
That's all right. We were talking, and we asked what the average British person's view of Americans is. You said fat, loud, and obnoxious. And Griffin and I were like, well, obviously you can see that that's not the case. And on cue, a speedboat pulled up with 3 drunk fat dudes with no shirts on, and some crazy redneck lady comes running up behind us with a case of beer in her hand and goes, I got the beer! And that's awesome. Yeah, if you like to do this.
What? It's with the fucking phone! Throw it out of the damn office!
Here, I'll take the battery out of it.
Don't take the battery, just get rid of it! Turn off the ringers! You don't have to invent a time machine and go back and kill Alexander Graham Bell! Just fucking turn off the damn phone!
Look at these hands. These hands are fucking smooth as balls, alright?
You go down there, the car's been egged. It had an omelet on it. It's like my car was sunny side up.
But was it just your car? Like,
Yeah, it was just my car.
someone had gone and bought eggs to put on your car.
Yeah.
Well, why do you think they egged your car?
Probably 'cause it's been sitting there for 3 weeks. I moved it from one side of the street to the other one. But,
Okay, apparently that wasn't enough to
so-
stave off an egging.
Oh, man.
All right, so that's Omnibus 1, and you're familiar with Rooster Teeth and Achievement Hunter, right?
Yeah.
You, Jeff, Gus, Bernie, all that.
Yeah, I know of them.
Yeah, you know of them. Okay, well, yeah. So that story with the crazy redneck lady is like, I got the beer. Coincidentally, that actually happened to me too.
You do not know how common that is around here.
Yes, we're from an area that has a really popular lake, Watauga, and whenever the water level's high enough, people come here and live out their redneck fantasies, going fishing.
It's a redneck paradise.
Going get on the hillside and pick mushrooms. Yeah, pick him.
You think that's a stereotype, but people really sound like that.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's a little faster around here. It's like, hey man, you gonna come up around here and do that? No, man, you ain't gonna do that. You gonna say, man, hey, yeah, we sound more like Boomhauer than we do Hank Hill.
Yeah.
We really do.
We'll use
in this area, a lot of people speak really fast.
Oh yeah, and they use little like funny things in their speech, like I'm fixing to do something.
I'm fixing this right here.
Fixing to do something
right here. They don't even enunciation. Forget about it in this area.
One thing I want to clear up though, it's pronounced Appalachian.
Yes.
It's not.
Yes.
It's not Appalachian.
Thank you, God.
Stop saying it that way.
No.
It's wrong.
Here's what I say. To each their own, man. Some people say tomato. Some people say tomato.
And some people are wrong.
Well,
just don't come down here and
don't
correct us.
Don't try and correct. It's just like I ran into a guy I was playing Call of Duty, and this guy from New York. He's like, hey, where you from, man? And I'm like, I'm from the Appalachian Mountains. I'm from Virginia. Actually, I'm from Virginia. He's like, oh, you from up around D.C. or something? I'm like, no, I'm actually from the Appalachian Mountains. He's like, from the where? I'm like, from the Appalachian Mountains, Southwest Virginia. He's like, oh, so you're a hick, huh? And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, and plus you're saying it wrong. It's Appalachian. And I'm like, I was like,
it's like we don't pronounce the Statue of Liberty the Statue of Liberty. I mean, come on.
I'm just like, so I was like almost gritting my teeth, and I was just like, kill him with kindness, Nate. And then I was just like, well, actually, in the Encyclopedia Britannica, it states that the proper pronunciation is Appalachian, not Appalachian.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like,
Right.
no, you're wrong, man. Come on, it's how I was taught in school. It's Appalachian. And I'm like, I'm sorry, where are you from again? He's like, I'm from New York. And I'm like, so you have never set foot in the Appalachian Mountains, right? And he's like, I don't have to do that. I mean, I'm from New York, man. Come on, what do you know? You're just a dumb hick from Southwest Virginia. I'm like, okay. And I was like, okay, what can I do to piss him off? And then all of a sudden, I was like, could you say it for me one more time? He's like, yeah, Appalachian, man, get it right. And I'm like, you know, when you say that, you sound Canadian, right? He's like, hey, don't call me a Canuck, man. Don't you dare call me a Canuck. I am not a freaking Canadian. And I'm like, are you sure? Say Illinois for me. He's like, Illinois. I'm like, yep, you're Canadian.
That's the worst insult, calling somebody a Canadian.
To a New Yorker,
man.
New Yorker, calling him a Canadian.
That's worse than calling him a Nazi, man. Oh my Lord! Like seriously.
All right, so yeah,
that's pretty rough.
We got that out of our system.
Look what's pulling into the station. Another omnibus. What do you say?
Let's continue with our adventures, with the Rooster Teeth animated adventures. Omnibus 2. Here we go. Let's see. Oh, advertisement. Sometimes you gotta suffer through these. Luckily, this is a short one.
Hopefully, we can cut this out.
Yeah, we can.
Because of copyright strikes for that.
We changed the last note, so it's cool.
No,
Boom, boom, boom.
Okay, here we go.
Jeff's in elementary school, so think about this.
I was like 3rd grade.
His mom's friend came to pick him up. The teacher says, okay, Jeff, you know her, right? And Jeff goes, I've never seen her before. This lady's trying to kidnap me.
Smooth.
And the friend is like, okay, haha, Jeff, come on. Really, tell her who I am, that you know me. And Jeff says, I really don't know. I'm kind of scared by everything that's happening right now.
It got worse because eventually they got me to agree that I knew her, but then I said that the reason I'd lied was because she touched me.
What's wrong with you?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're coming to you today from the Zeppelin races.
There's this barbecue place in Kirkland called Dixie's BBQ.
Oh, God!
I've seen special hot sauce that they call the man. And the owner will walk around with a little saucepan filled with the man, and he'll ask all the patrons,
You want to meet the man?
if you haven't met the man, he'll get a toothpick and dip like a tiny little 1/10 of a drop on the tip of the toothpick and say, here, try it. And it's the hottest thing you've ever eaten in your life.
It's no joke. That toothpick can ruin your entire day.
And they're feeding him newspaper articles on the wall. And some of these articles look like they're from 1965 because they're so old. But the dude and the pan are in the photos, and they look exactly the same.
Dateline Mount Fuji.
I'm going to say something else my brother did to me that was torture. I'm in the driveway of our house. I go, look how close my finger is to my thumb, but they're not touching. And he goes, don't move. And I said, what? He goes, that's the closest anyone's ever gotten, ever. I'm going to go in the house. I'm going to call Guinness Book of World Records. Don't move. I'm so f***ing sad in that driveway for an hour. And finally, I could hold my arm up, and I'm crying. I go in the house, and he's watching f***ing TV. I go, we have Guinness Book of World Records. He goes, you're stupid.
Wow.
That's also a very realistic interpretation of Brothers. That's spot on, man.
You think this could be?
Wait. Hold that. No. Oh, you messed it up, Caleb.
Okay, but
What the hell?
All right, Dixie's BBQ actually was a real place. It was owned by Gene Porter, and unfortunately, Gene Porter passed away a few years after that podcast came out. And they aren't lying about the man. I've seen the man hot sauce. Whew, that thing. Actually, I had a buddy of mine, Jason. He's actually future brother-in-law. He actually makes his own hot sauce. He actually got seeds to make for the scorpion, like the Trinidad scorpion pepper, and also the Carolina Reaper pepper, which are the two hottest peppers.
They sound like
Scorpion.
I was about to say, man. Those are
the
some...
Trinidad scorpion Moruga. He also had ghost chili peppers, which at one point were the hottest.
We'll make you a ghost.
Yeah. And I actually talked to him about growing me some and bringing some out here and seeing if we could do a dare to see who would last the longest.
Oh God.
That was originally what to be one of our gag videos. Might do it.
You said it. Now they heard it.
You should do that while doing a backflip, Nate.
Oh God, no! I'll die. I will die. I have a heart attack. Yeah, but anyway, the man sauce. I saw a picture of it, and I asked my buddy. I asked him to actually make me like a sample bottle. And he made me like a little bottle like that big around. He makes his own sauces and stuff. And he looked up Gene Porter's recipe and he made it. and I opened it up, and I did like they say on here, the little tenth of a drop on the toothpick, put it in my mouth. About 3 seconds in, my tongue was lava, and I rushed over to the kit. I rushed into the kitchen, grabbed a jug of milk, didn't even get a glass, and just chug, just like poured it in my mouth as gently as possible. Just like drink it as civil without putting my lips on the thing, because I'm not a freaking savage. I'm not a freaking savage. I'm not gonna
of course
drink it to the head.
We have manners.
Just like no.
We're from the South. We have manners.
Yeah. Only place in the world that not the only place in the world, but one of the only places in the U.S. you will find manners. But anyway.
Ooh, shots.
Oh yeah.
Shots fired.
Shots. Yeah, of course. But anyway, yeah. So Gene Porter unfortunately passed away, but his legacy lives on with the man sauce, and I will attest to it. It will ruin your day.
I'm curious. I'm very curious.
I'll have my buddy Jason make some ghost chili extract. I'll ask him to bring some of his sauces over. We'll try them out.
Sounds delicious.
Oh God.
Okay. We should have like a taste testing time.
Exactly.
With all the crazy stuff going on.
Yeah.
Throw a couple habaneros on it.
Oh God, you're killing me.
We should get like a wheel or something and spin it.
Yeah. Good idea, man. Good idea.
Like a hot sauce and chili pepper wheel.
Or like have like 1 or 2 or 3, like how many?
And the arrow is just a chili pepper.
We need to do that. Okay, but let's move on. Okay, so we have New Orleans Part 1. I'm going to play both of these together. There's not going to be any commentary in between because it's 2 parts of a story.
Okay.
But this is Jeff Ramsey and his adventures in New Orleans with his wife Griffin, who is equally awesome. I've seen Griffin. She's a chainsaw artist.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
She is awesome.
Oh man.
But here we go, and
I got to see New Orleans in a way I've never seen it before, which is sober. Because I was responsible for keeping Griffin alive. I don't know if you know this about my wife, but if you're in a new town, we have to go to the ghost tour for that town. We go on the first half of the ghost tour and come back, and there's like a 20-minute break where you get some more drinks. And Griffin drinks like 2 huge drinks. Then she gets weird. She goes to the bathroom, and she comes out like just wobbling. She looks like a fucking pinball. She's got this stupid grin on her face. She goes, "I lost my purse." And I go, "Did you have it with you?" And she goes, "Mm-hmm." And I go, "Did you lose it in the bathroom?" "Mm-hmm." And I go, "Well, go back in the bathroom and get it." And so she goes back in the bathroom, comes out, and she goes, "I lost my purse." And I go, "Was it not in the bathroom?" And she goes,
I love her lazy eye.
Happy you lost your damn purse. I have to now backtrack, see if she sat down and left it somewhere while we were on the tour. And so I'm like, what do I do with Griffin? Because I realize at this point she's gone. So I just stick her with the tour people, and I'm like, just stay with them, whatever you do. And I run around New Orleans backtracking, trying to find her purse. I can't find it anywhere. I go back. I find Griffin kind of like plodding behind them, like not able to keep up and just bumping into shit. And I go, well... And I also think that the tour is trying to get away from her. And in the mailboxes and stuff going, and so I go and I grab her. Yeah. I'm like, I gotta get you back to the hotel. So I literally have to like walk her to the hotel, and she's just like bumping into me, and then she like bump into somebody and be like, "What?" And so I finally get to the hotel. She's really wobbly at this point. So I stand her against the wall, and I'm fishing the key out. And while I'm doing that, she just slid down the wall and slammed her head into the ground. Man. And then I look at her, and she's covered in blood. She's like ripped her chin up, and she just starts crying. So then I get her into the hotel room, and she like runs into the bathroom and just starts throwing up everywhere.
Yeah, so that's
Part 1.
Part 1, and here's part 2. This is the continuation.
I saw the purse in the background.
Huh?
Oh, really?
I saw the person in the background of the hotel.
And she like runs into the bathroom and just starts throwing up everywhere. So I'm like, do you need any help? And she's like,
you were right about
I want to be alone. And I'm like, okay, fine. And I just started watching TV and hanging out. And then like every 10 minutes I'd go back in and check on her, and I'd be, "Everything okay? Can I get you anything?" She'd
Still
like,
going.
Shut the door. And I'm like, okay. Eventually I fall asleep, and I doze off and I wake up and I go into the bathroom.
Us guys.
And she's on the
We're
ground, face
paternal
first on
that
the
way.
ground, and there's vomit everywhere. It's in her hair. It's on the floor. It's on the wall. Griffin had been drinking Hurricanes, which are those like obnoxiously red drinks.
Yeah.
So her vomit was like radioactive. It was like bright red puke. And she did nothing but eat oysters the entire time we were there. So I cleaned up bright red oyster puke.
Oh man, I want to throw up.
I have to like fight her to get her out of her clothes and get her in the shower.
It
Then,
was like a typical night for you.
Yeah, see
and
more.
then, yeah, and she's just laying naked on the floor of the bathtub, just going. And I'm like, is she gonna die? What the? And so I'm like, can I get you anything? Do you need anything? He's like, I just want to be in the bathtub. And I'm like, okay. So she just sat in the shower. And then eventually she just comes into the bed, just laughing her ass off. She was like, did I throw up everywhere? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, ha 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 ha. And then she's like, did you clean it up? And I'm like, yes, I did. And she's like,
Oh my goodness.
So Jeff and Griffin, they're probably my favorite internet power couple. I mean, well, and I don't mean like power couple like in terms of just overall power that they hold. Just like
A couple.
They're like a powerfully funny couple. I mean, just Griffin and Jeff.
Yeah,
they like compliment each other so good. They actually have their own series now on Rooster Teeth called Happy Hour.
Yeah,
and it's the hijinks that they've gotten in over the years.
Yeah.
With Gavin getting too drunk and running out.
I can't
like,
imagine.
Running out and lightning. Like Gavin had never experienced a lightning storm before. Where he's from England, he'd never experienced like a full on lightning.
They don't
storm.
have thunder.
Oh wow.
No, they have like rain all the time, but the current is there's never been a tornado in the entire history of the UK.
Wow. We have so much more weather over here, man.
Of course we do.
All sorts
well,
of
you
stuff.
look at-
Real estate
Well,
over
there's
here.
a lot more real
That's
estate,
true.
and plus
That's true.
the way the jet stream goes, it pretty much combines it perfectly in the middle of our country. That's why the Great Plains are such a hotbed for tornadoes.
Tornado Alley.
Yeah, big time. And
RKO.
he'd never experienced like a full-on lightning storm over here. And where are you going to find a better lightning storm than in freaking Texas, where there's more flat land there than there is mountainous area in the entire state of Virginia, Pennsylvania, West Virginia. I mean, it's the second biggest state and has immense amounts of flat land.
We have geography lessons here too, guys.
Yes. So, lightning storms, and Jeff and Griffin, they like make a bet, like who can run around in the rainstorm the longest before they get scared and come back in.
That's a terrible idea.
Of course it is. But they were drunk. What do you expect?
See, I don't know.
That's an even worse idea.
I don't know if Griffin is the coolest person in the world or the most evil person ever.
No, she ran out in the rain too.
I know, but she's just like, come, my pretty, you know. She's like a siren leading you to your doom.
Oh
Kinda,
God!
you know?
Don't say okay. Well,
No, Griffin, you're
Jeff
awesome.
might agree with you on that aspect, but
You're awesome, Griffin. I'm just kidding.
okay.
We
but
love you.
Anyway, yeah. So they run out in the rain, and a big like strike of lightning happens, and they all get scared, and they decide to go back in. Jeff, running back in, slips, falls, and rips his favorite shirt that he has on. He didn't expect the night to go anything like that. You know, he expected to get a little wet and stuff like that. He rips his favorite shirt and gets like douched in mud.
Oh,
and
man.
and Griffin recording the whole thing. She's recording the whole thing on her phone. She walks in and Jeff's naked. Jeff's naked, and he's got the towel wrapped around him, and he's like, and all of a sudden he's like, all right, guys, that's fine. And then all of a sudden the towel falls. And they censor it, but. It just goes to show you that they're all about just having fun. Dude.
Yeah.
Why are we not reacting to this?
We may in the future. We're going to do
I was
more
about to
Rooster
say
Teeth stuff.
there's video evidence of this.
Yeah, we're going to react to more of this stuff in the future, more Rooster Teeth stuff, because hey, Rooster Teeth is awesome.
Yeah,
we love them.
We can't wait to see you naked, Jeff.
Oh, shut up.
But in the meantime, look
yeah.
what's pulling into the station.
Yeah, another omnibus is pulling up. So, Omnibus 3, here we go.
Everybody move to the back of the bus.
Shut up, Outcast. I remember that song. That was like one of my favorite songs off there.
Love that song.
That was the one with Miss Jackson. That was the album with Miss Jackson.
No, it was the one before that.
Oh, Stancone.
It's Aquamini. And Stankonia came after that.
Okay.
Both great though. Both great.
Oh yeah. All right, here we go.
Oh,
now we're boarding the omnibus.
Yes, Omnibus 3. This is actually the last omnibus.
No.
No, wait, no. There's another one. There's Omnigus.
We got a series of stories from PAX. Two dudes come up to Gus, and they're like, hey, Gus. And Gus is like, hey, what's up?
They said we wanted to come by yesterday, but we couldn't because we had kind of a situation.
And Gus lifts up his shirt and points to his six flab and goes, you mean this situation? And and the guy gets the most confused look on his face I've ever seen, like quizzical. The guy goes, huh? And Gus goes, this situation, my abs, this situation.
What
and
abs?
the guy goes, what? And Gus goes, come on, this situation. And the guy goes, My friend had a seizure yesterday, and that was our situation. Anyway, we think he's going to be okay. Just turned around and walked away.
And I'm standing there with my shirt up like an idiot.
That took a turn.
Come at me, bro.
So I went on this hunting trip, and we got back, and I had just parked my car on his land. But apparently one of the horses thought, I hate that car. The horse bit every panel on the outside of the car. I was like, what happened to my car? And every other dude, they go, uh-oh, were the horses out? It looked like one of the horses was cribbing. I go, what the is cribbing? They said, oh, just like sometimes horses bite stuff. They do this thing called cribbing where they take their big dopey buck teeth and they'll hang it on something like a fence post and suck in the air until they can't move. And they're bloated, and the horse vet has to come out and like drain them air.
It's true.
They're just idiots.
What?
Yeah, it's true.
That happens?
How do you bite a car?
Well, horses have like huge jaws, dude, and their teeth are like massive. Their teeth are like as thick as my finger.
Well, right, but the T-Rex couldn't bite through the glass of Jurassic Park. I mean, how's the horse like?
Well, biting the panels, dude, on the lower end of the car, where you can get under the car.
But that's not how it was animated.
Yeah, it was mostly around the edges and stuff.
Crinkled.
It was an artist rendering.
An artist, yeah, it's Jordan Swear's
dramatization.
Yeah,
but. Yeah, Bernie has bad history with horses.
They just hate them, don't they?
They do in certain aspects, but yeah. So Bernie Burns, he's the president of Rooster Teeth. Him and Matt Hulam are the two head guys, and Bernie he's always on the Rooster Teeth podcast, and he has probably some of the funniest stories about him and his brother. About the whole saga. That was Bernie. He was telling the story about how his brother did that.
Oh, okay.
Finger,
yeah.
So close to the thumb.
Yeah, I got you.
Don't move. I'm gonna call Guinness. But yeah,
some good times. Man. Really good times.
But this is just the beginning. This is episode. That was episode 10, and we're gonna do more of these. We're gonna keep going. Hopefully until we reach the end.
You can't stop us.
Yeah, no, you
just
can't.
going all the way through.
Except maybe Rooster Teeth, maybe if they, which I don't think they will. They're pretty cool about stuff like that. As long as you don't.
We're like in the full screen thing, right?
Yeah, we're in the same group as them. Yeah. So I don't think they'll mind.
You're our brothers, man.
Yeah. We're all part of the same full screen family. Come on. But okay, that's Rooster Teeth animated adventures 6 through 10. We hope you all have enjoyed what you've seen here. Me, I know I've enjoyed it. I've seen all of these, but watching them again, they're still very, very funny.
Just keep coming back.
Just keep them coming. All right, so once again, if you like the video, click that like button down there. If you wish to see more, hit the subscribe button. We put out new videos every Monday through Friday. And also check our description for our Facebook, Twitter, our Twitch page, our website, and our second page, Renegade Faction, where we do Let's Plays and gear reviews. And
I am us on AIM.
I am us on AIM. There's an RT animated adventure that has that. I swear, when that comes up, you're gonna laugh your head off. AIM.
I can't wait.
Okay, but anyway, that's gonna do it, guys. We hope you have enjoyed what you've seen here. And for the Renegade Faction signing off, we'll see you later, Internet. Peace out.